We've been out Brocanting. This is our second trip out already. First trip out, we went to a chateau quite near here,
Yep.
and they've been featured on Channel 4 and Chateau DIY, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And we got a 3-piece sofa and we got a couple of lamps.
Yep.
And now we've just been to they call it vide-grenier, on open house.
Yeah, so a lady going back to the UK selling everything in the house.
Yeah. And we've got a bucket, couple of, I think they're called butler bells.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's one, there's another one, and hopefully they work. I'll wire them up. I've already done one conversion already. Got a couple of tapices, what are they called? Rugs. And we've got
chest of drawers.
yeah, they call them campaign chests.
It's similar looking to a campaign chest,
It used
but it's not the
used to
same.
belong to their gran or something, so it's
Yeah.
quite old. Yeah, it's all inlaid and stuff like that. In France, they don't really value sort of mahogany furniture or stuff like that.
I think in France, the younger generation anyway are buying the new houses and they're having the new furniture, so nobody wants all the old stuff.
Yeah, I mean,
apart from the Brits that come
in
over.
UK, this would fetch several £100 and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but in France, you're almost like giving it away for next to nothing. So, yeah, I mean, we paid like €10 a piece for the rugs, and they're genuine wool rugs.
Yeah.
So it's crazy money what you pay for these things over here. So yeah, and €5 a piece for a butler bell, and this cracking copper bucket for next door to the fire, so yeah.
Right.
Lovely.
Let's
So
get unloading.
We got 5 more Brocantes
Tomorrow.
all quite local to here.
Yeah.
So it's Brocanting season. So
It started.
it started. We thought that would make a lovely laundry basket. It's quite old. And under there, as we keep getting hit by thunder and lightning every other week, is a telly and another satellite box. This is an absolute smashing old box. Don't know how old it is. Probably, I don't know, 80 or more years old. It's got little sort of like pockets where you would have stuck all your fishing floats, little pouches there. And here is a little sort of like shelf where you would have put a little tray or something across there, and there. There's a bit of padding left in the top, so you would have sat on there while you done your fishing. Yeah, absolute bargain. I think we paid about €20 for that, £15. Yeah, plenty of life left in it as well. So yeah, if you're keen on your fishing, yeah, absolute bargain that.
Nice mirror
Yeah,
for the bedroom.
yeah,
I thought if we paint that either white or gold,
yeah.
and then that'll look really nice on the wall. Nice shape.
We've got a couple of rugs. They do need a really good cleaner because I think they're more dog hair than wool at the moment. We've got a copper bucket with a lovely patina. It's 122 years old and comes from Paris. We got a couple of a cushion and a bedspread which come from a bed and breakfast. A table lamp, that was €1. A lot of these items here, like the lampshades and the little pot and things like that, there were several items for €1. Bird cage, and these table lamps, I had to have that. I mean, that little blue and white one, it's gorgeous. And this one here is actually oil or paraffin, and I've got my work cut out to run a wire through that. So yeah, that's going to be a bit tricky, that one, but I'll manage it. Now these tables, the French don't seem to want them, and someone's obviously spent an awful lot of time inlaying all that wood, and you kind of feel a little bit guilty because they say, make me an offer, and you think, well, 10, 15 euros, and they snatch the money out of your hand. So you think, well, maybe I'm rubbish at bargaining, but it's definitely worth it to me. And there's another one over there. So yeah, got quite a good haul. Oh, and the sofa they're sitting on, that came from a very famous chateau local to us, and it was featured on Channel 4's Chateau DIY. Now, I actually bought this lamp as a donor, and the reason why is the inline switches are €5. The sort of like the lamp socket, they're sort of like about €5, and the bulb, that's another euro or two. And I want to do a lamp conversion, and this lamp was just a couple of euros, so I bought it as a donor. So I was going to buy it and sort of like break it up for parts, but now I've got it home, I plugged it in and it works. It's quite sort of like French chic, and it actually fits in with our theme, so I don't know whether to break it up or not now. I quite like it. So I might keep it. This is a chair we bought at Brocante a few weeks ago for the bedroom we're doing at the moment, and this is a bedside table we bought just 2 days ago, and it doesn't match. So we've bought a couple of French chic sort of paints, and we thought that those two colours would match. That's a sort of grey and that's a blue. So we're gonna French chic this cabinet up, and you'll be able to watch that in a video coming up soon. There you go, all hoovered up and cleaned. Not bad for €10, and it turns out it comes from Aubusson, which is the local epicentre of rug manufacturing. Pretty good. Now, getting this tall boy chest of drawers upstairs was officially really heavy. Everything about it is solid wood. The drawer bottoms are solid wood. The back of it is solid wood. The floor of it is solid wood. Everything is solid wood. And also today we got what every boy loves, a telescope for looking at the stars. And we get really clear view of the stars here. So, woo! Now, this is Brocante Hall, let's call it number 5 or 6, and it's not in perfect condition because it does need reupholstering, but the reason why we got it is because it's got a curved end mattress, and it would have been a 4 or 5 hour round trip to get a similar one, and it cost about the same as a cheap takeaway meal, so we can't complain. The foot of the bed requires a special curved end. As you can see, it's radiused, and as you can see, it's not in the greatest of condition. This bit is rather tatty, covered in dog hairs, and the previous owner was probably rather fond of sticky hair products or something like that, so yeah, even with a good scrub it won't come up too well, so obviously needs recovering, but you know, with a bit of patience that can be done. But yeah, the still the bargain of the century. We're just unloading the van, and I don't know if you can see that, but the wind has just blown the right hand attic window in, and there's a pane of glass missing as well. How lucky is that? I don't know if you can see, but the glass has actually landed in the gutter, so might be able to repair it for tonight, and if I can stick my arm out there and catch that until I make a new window. I'm completely out of anything suitable to fix a glass in. Silicone, putty, filler, anything like that, completely out, and we'll be going pretty close to a bricko tomorrow, so I've bodged it. Yeah, so you'll have to do for now, and I'll try and make a new window sometime, I don't know, during the week. I'm having a change of mind on the profile of the faux bois wood effect just here. So what I've done is I've made up a spreader, and it sort of sits against the wood here, and it's got a sort of like a profile to it. I don't know if you can see the edge of it there, and we'll use it to spread along there, and it will sort of create a less sort of like sharp edge to the sort of profile, and create more of an angled edge, and it will be less drastic on the eye. That's the idea anyway. I'm just about to start the faux bois effect on the final wall, and Mandy is just changing the profile on the first wall we started. We're just subtly changing the profile of the sort of like the outline. We're making it a little bit more subtle than it was originally. It was quite a step, and it's less of an indent here. If you can see there, the indent's quite subtle, whereas over there it's quite deep and sharp. This stuff is MAP, or multi-air adhesive plâtre, or put it in simple terms, really sticky plaster. It's sort of plaster with various adhesive resiny things bunged in it, and we're using it for sticking our faux bois wood effect stuff to the wall, and you basically spread it on a bit like, I don't know, really thick icing onto the back of the MDF, like so, and I get big lumps of it, and spread it on in no particular style, and big lumps of the stuff. And I think come the apocalypse it'd be the last thing standing, because our house was abandoned for 30 odd years. We got it on the inside of our house, we got it on the outside of our house, and it seems pretty impervious to water, everything, and it's more impervious, it seems, to water than cement and concrete and everything. And Dan from Escape to Rural France, he's had it on his chateau, and his chateau has caught fire, and yeah, it's still there. So yeah, it is pretty resilient stuff, and yeah, we've used it for joint and taping in a couple of places as well, and yeah, so it's stick it on and it will ooze out everywhere like so. Oh, shove it on nice and tight.
So the idea is, as you can see for this panel here, it's quite a sharp finish to it, and what we're doing is we're making more of a slanted image, but the same everywhere. So we've got a little tool, whatever you call them, with the exact shape we want. So all we do is we fill the gap with the plaster and then put that in, and it'll give us the right shape. However, some of the panels are taller than others because we've had pipes behind there, so although they're all the same, they're all different, which isn't making life very easy. And as you can see, I'm just getting covered in muck. I'm more and more irate. calm down, man. Have a cuppa, calm down. We'll be fine.
You've only got 40 bags left.
I've only got 4 tea bags left as well, which, oh my God. However, it's going to look fantastic. I mean, if you look at the first top panel there, once it's sanded, they're going to be great.
Yeah.
And I've got a supply of tea bags coming from the UK. Thanks, Wendy and Mark. Yeah. We'll soon be there. We're soon nearly finished.
Yeah, this wall. You've got another wall coming.
I know, but what I'm doing, so if I throw the plaster on these ones, that wall behind you, behind the camera, will be dry, ready for sanding tomorrow. In which case, next week, I can paint that wall and that'll just make the room totally different.
Yeah.
It'll just transform it, and that'll give me the boost then to carry on with all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Because it's a long slog.
Yeah.
Onwards and upwards.
If you had solid hardwood door frames, you'd obviously paint them gloss pink, wouldn't you? I mean, there are several coats of gloss on here. There's pink, there's cream, there's sort of maroon, and there's brown. But yeah, pink would be your colour of choice, wouldn't it? Barbie pink. Yeah. And the wood has actually been waxed. When you start to sand it, there's a glorious smell of beeswax coming off of this. So yeah, it's quite lovely. But I don't know if you can notice, this is the door. But when you shut it, you can see how much the door has warped. And we got to cure that. But we think it might have actually been forced open at one point, because you can see where the door has been repaired. And there are several signs of forced entry where the door has actually split. So yeah, it might have actually been forced open at one point. Yeah, interesting, eh?
The reason I'm using this and not taping is because I've oiled the beams and the tape's not sticking. So it's going to be a slow old progress, this one.
It's quite a monumental progress, actually.
It kind of is, yes, because the room's getting done.
Yeah. To get here, we've ripped the ceiling out, we've replaced beams, we've done a lot of work to get this.
All the back to the stone and the brick.
Yeah, we've done an awful lot of work to get this far.
We have, yes.
So yeah, you're doing well.
It'd be fantastic when it's done.
Yeah. I've missed the excitement, haven't I?
So I've built a table. It's a bit big, but but it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So yeah. So now I'm sowing some more seeds because it's that time of year.
Yeah.
So I'm just going through my seed box, seeing what I've got, seeing what I need.
Yeah, I nipped upstairs for a nap, left you to it, come downstairs, and there's a huge table.
It's massive, isn't it? It might be a bit big, but we can always dismantle it and cut a bit out later if needs be. But at this time of year, it's what I need. I need a lot of space for all the seedlings to keep them off the floor.
Yeah.
The critter that had been coming in and nicking the broad beans had dropped a couple, so they were already growing in the ground, so I've transplanted those.
Oh.
But yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, I think the 2 rocks under the doorway there have stopped it coming in.
Yeah. Because we're babysitting sort of like plants.
Yeah, and babysitting some seedlings as well.
Yeah.
So we need more space than normal anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. And the gaps in the planks are to let the water through well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know stuffs about flowers, don't I?
You do, don't you?
Not a lot, but no.
I know. They're green and grow.
Yeah.
And you can eat some of them.
You've dropped your pencil from behind your ear.
I know.
Yeah. You're a proper woodworker. You got your beer and you got your pencil behind your ear.
I've not started it yet. I've brought it over. It's quite warm now.
Oh.
I got carried away with my seeds.
Yeah. Oh, well done. I missed the excitement.
That's all right.
Yeah. As you can probably tell, we've done some renovation work in the last couple of weeks, but not an awful lot. We've kind of been distracted because it's Brocante season.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. So when people come to stay in this room, as you can probably tell, it's a little bit echoey and they probably expect furniture.
Yeah, it's nothing at the moment.
Yeah, there's probably nothing for them to sleep on. So, yeah, they might want furniture and we didn't have any. So we kind of used Brocante season as an excuse to go, the French equivalent of shopping really.
Yeah.
And they don't have, in a lot of countries, they have like the famous Swedish furniture brands where you can just...
IKEA!
Yeah, where you can just sort of like nip to your local large furniture store and buy modern furniture. But in France, they kind of like their antiques.
Yeah.
And you can just nip to the equivalent of your car boot sale and buy antique furniture. And some of it is incredibly, well, it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it's at knockdown prices, almost giveaway prices.
Definitely.
And as we found out, some of it actually was given to us almost. And we found some gorgeous stuff. So,
yeah. So let's face it, we've not really had a break, have we?
No.
So it's been nice. The weather's been gorgeous. So it's been really nice to just get out of the room and go and have a little.
Yeah, we've been
jaunt.
We've been to everything. We've been to chateaux. We've been to farmhouses. We've been to bed and breakfasts, and they've just welcomed us in. So. It's been absolutely amazing, really.
Yeah, so we've actually got a little bit of furniture for the room now, and we just need to finish it off. Yeah. It's getting there, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a little bit to finish off. There's a little bit of plastering to finish off.
Yeah, your panels to finish off.
Yeah.
And this week now I'm going to start painting.
Yeah, we keep saying that, but we actually are going to do some painting this week.
Yeah.
And then sand the floors, and we're getting pretty close now.
Yeah.
So I keep saying that, or we keep saying that, but we are actually getting pretty close now.
And I think that's another reason why we've gone off and done some of the bits and pieces, because we are pretty close now.
Yeah. We're fairly confident in getting this complete for when people come to stay.
Of course it will be.
Of course it will be.
Might not be finished, but it'll be...
Yeah, there'll be a room for people
with a bed and...
Yeah. So, yeah, that's why we used the beginning of Brocante season to have an escape.
Yeah. But yeah, so this week it's all hands on deck, isn't it? We'll crack on with it in here and try and get most of it nearly finished.
Yeah. So, as usual, folks, give us a bit of the old like and subscribe. I do like a bit of that. And if you're not subscribed, hit the like and subscribe button and leave a comment, because she does.
We do like the comments.
Yeah, she sits there and reads them. And
that's it. And we'll see you next time.
Yep.
Au revoir.